All right, tomorrow's the big day. We've got conduit, we've got outlets, we've got breakers, we got electric vehicle charger, plenty of wires, we got energy monitor, and we have there's some more conduit and our sub panel. So we've got pretty much everything that we need. The electrician arrived yesterday. He just wanted to see that everything was on hand, and just in case I had missed something, he's going to go ahead and jump over to Lowe's and then be ready on the weekend. He did point out that I had the wrong outlet for outdoor use, so he's going to pick up an outdoor outlet. One of the big things he was talking about yesterday with me was the reason I wanted to do hardwire for this charger. Normally you would hook it up to a 1450 outlet like this. I think part of the confusion is that I am having one of these outlets installed as well. But that's besides the point. I was trying to explain to him that this device is capable of supplying up to 50 amps, 16 to 50. And that they actually have a table in here that has that shows you what kind of breakers to use for each thing. So by default, for a 40 amp load, you would have a 50 amp breaker. That's how this is set up by default. When it had the plug put in there, you can see it already has a sticker here that says 40 amps, even though it's a 50 amp device. So I showed him this first, that I could get an estimated 30 miles per hour. And then I turned the page and I was like, here is what I can do if I put on a 60 amp breaker. I can have a max load of 48 amps and theoretically, or estimated, 36 miles per hour. So that's an extra 6 miles per hour that I could charge at. You can't use the plug, but you can hardwire it. And then I showed him these little stickers. I was like, look at these stickers here. And if you look at the right, on that second line, it says 48 amps. And that's next to the 60 amp breaker. The next one it says 40 amps next to the 50 amp breaker. So I was like, you know, the shape here matches that. Like, I was watching this stuff on the videos and stuff. He's like, you know, that's not normally what I do. But if it's too much of an issue that he's too uncomfortable with what's going on, he can do the 50, and then when he leaves, I'll just swap it with the 60. But the wire supports it, the device supports it, the breaker supports it, so it shouldn't be an issue. Yeah. Now, the other stuff I've been doing is changing the traces on my schematic here. Life-size schematic on the wall. I've been getting things more accurate in location and size. I have moved the electric vehicle charger, EVSE, or electric vehicle supply equipment, down. Mainly for one reason, is that I did date somebody years ago who did have to deal with the struggles of being short. And I figured, you know, she might not be the only person that has that issue, and figured why not just make things easier if that became a future thing again. So that's available with that height. So it's more of an accessibility issue. And the other thing I was looking at is the placement of where the cinder block is and these holes. So there's 2 holes there and 1 hole there, as well as the mortar, and potentially where the center of the block is. So I want to get this hole as close to the center as possible, and I want these holes like within 1 inch of the edge, I think. I'm not sure if this is close enough or needs to be moved over to the left a little bit more, but I think it's good enough. these cinder blocks, they're hollow. Well, I can't tell if they're hollow or not, but they should be. I don't know, you're supposed to like hit them and realize it or something. When I got the PVC pipe conduit, I realized the round pipes were much larger in radius than I had thought, so I had changed that around as well. And then what else is there? Oh, I put all these used to be on the circuit box itself, but then I was like, okay, let's put them out in the open so that when he does set this stuff up, he can refer to this fairly easy, and it's just right there for him. This outlet I moved up a bit to be within that 20 to 26 inch range, and then I made sure it was lined up. So if it does become a problem that he really wants that cord on here, well, this is already lined up for that. I don't think it's going to be an issue though. See, the light in the closet, after our first meeting, he decided to combine those onto one circuit, which means I only needed one circuit breaker. The light, I figured out exactly where it was on the other side. So X marks the spot. And what else? We decided we're actually going to run the main wire along the top here and then through into the other room. So yeah, I think we're good. I was charging the car. I mean, it was like in the 70s the other day, and I took Teddy for a ride and went ahead and charged up the car. Right now, this is going off of 110 or 120, and I have a little, what do you call it? A little monitor smart plug that tells me how much energy the car actually used. But the new EVSE should be able to do that for me. In addition to that, the smart monitor that I'm going to put in here will also be able to tell me how much energy each circuit is actually using in the sub panel. So that's all good. Teddy, are you ready? I think Teddy and I are gonna go to bed in a little bit.